Welcome to Masterpiece Tarot. Here you'll find timeless messages to guide your soul's awakening. If you're here, trust. You are meant to be. You can support my channel by liking, sharing, and subscribing. These help support my mission of creating more peace on Earth. Okay, collective, welcome in. I've decided to do a you and them reading. This is you and your special person, the person on your mind, the person that you're seeing, dating. Could be a divine counterpart even. So you and them, collective. Spirit, thanks for using me as a channel to bring through these clear messages for the highest good of the collective. Let's take a look here. Okay, collective, you could be working quite hard at this time. You're working on mastering a skill. And they seem to be thinking about or sitting in a place of celebration right now. They could have marriage on their mind. I'm not sure if you know about this. They could have partnership on their mind. You could be in a marriage or partnership with this individual. What's the energy between the both of you at this time? And the Sun. Wow, a lot of happiness here. Yeah. I would say that's a pretty complementary energy. I'm not getting conflict between the two of you here. This is super positive. Very, very positive. What strengths do you draw on in this connection? What's a strength? Oops, my cards got flipped. A Nine of Cups. Sense of freedom. I think there's a real sense of freedom between you both. A sense of joy. A true sense of joy. Every single one of these cards, well, 3 out of 4, we see people dancing. So, if this is resonating for you, you might be in some type of a connection with somebody where there is a lot of happiness and joy, or where there's the potential for this. This one wanted to flip out. And the obstacle here, there's a feeling of loneliness, sadness. We'll have to see what that's about. This is a weak point, okay, in the connection here. This is the weak point. Let's clarify. Okay, so what is it that the collective here is working on at this time? What's the collective mastering? Is this work in the sense of, you know, earning money? Is this work in the sense of working on self, working in the community? Tell us about this. The Empress, a Ten of Swords, and a Nine of Pentacles. Looks to me like you're working on healing right now, if this is you. Or there may be an aspect of yourself that's wanting to do this work. The Empress sits in her divine feminine essence. And the Nine of Pentacles is somebody who feels very fulfilled within themselves, separate from any other kind of partnership. And it does go from the 8 or 9, so there's also a sense that you may be building wealth at this time, or just building. You know, you could be building connections, networking at this time. But there's also a sense that you may be laying down some burdens to do with some past betrayals. There may be something that you are healing at this time, or are needing to heal at this time. But it does look like you're focused on yourself here, collective. Talk to us about the Four of Wands. What are they doing? What's the collective's person up to here with this Four of Wands? We got a High Priestess. We have a Seven of Cups. And a Knight of Swords. I think your person right now is in a very deep process of sorting something out. They're in a deep process of sorting something out because if they're not already in this with you, there's a sense that that's what they would like to manifest. And, you know, the High Priestess digs deep into the intuition and looks deeply at, you know, signs and symbols and messages from the universe, things like synchronicities. When we really learn how to pay attention to the signs that the universe is giving us, we're able to see a lot more. And I think your person might be at a point in their life right now where they are, you know, cutting through some confusion, sorting through some different options. You know, there are times in our life where we need to put everything into its right place. And I'm kind of seeing that with the Knight of Swords. This is like very quickly moving with sword in hand. So this is about, you know, using the mind to figure out what's true, to, you know, tell the difference between what you want to keep and what you want to let go, what's going to be beneficial, what's going to be less beneficial, you know, discerning this, path A versus path B versus path C. So it's kind of like your person at this time may be trying to find a path toward a more stable connection with you at this time. They might be. At the very least, they're trying to find a path towards this in general. Okay? You might be somebody that they're seeing with all of those different options. However, between the two of you, if we had gotten a card like the Devil, I wouldn't be as inclined to think that this is a harmonious thing between the both of you. But because there's the Sun card here, whoever's connection I'm reading for, there's a sense that there is something wonderful between the two of you. Very beautiful, very much of the light. Very happy, very, very happy. I think this connection may leave you both feeling very energized, very hopeful, and free. I'm really getting that freedom there. Oh my God, I cannot even believe it just came out, the Sun. Unbelievable. Whoever I'm reading for, we've got two suns out here. This is crazy. Spirit just shows out sometimes. I'm telling you. Y'all. And the Emperor. And the Tower. Wow. Yeah, there's a sudden transformation happening here. Okay. You know, we were just saying over here that somebody might have options in their life at this time. And they may be this Emperor. This could be your person, or this could be you, collective. This Emperor might be bringing this Tower down because there's a recognition of the reality of whatever it is between the both of you with the two suns. I think the Emperor is bringing this Tower down. I think the Emperor is seeing the truth of the matter, truth of the situation here. And this is something undeniable. It's something completely undeniable. And the Emperor sees it. And we have the Empress over here. Unreal. These cards, you guys, are really intense. We have the Emperor and an Empress. And we have two suns out here. Really, really crazy stuff here. I just have to point this out. Sometimes these just are shocking, how these come out. So, anywho, do we need to do any more of the reading? No, let's do it. Okay, Nine of Cups. Let's clarify the Nine of Cups here, Spirit. So this is a strength between the both of you. And yes, obviously, there's tons of happiness and joy. But as individuals, it would appear that you each feel fulfilled in your own life already. Okay? You both have a sense of wholeness within yourselves, it would appear. Which is a great place to be. Yeah, it's a great place to offer a cup of love from. I have an Eight of Cups and a Hierophant. Yeah, it's almost like you have a blessing here. You know, you're blessed, you are guided. Look at that. And we have one cup there, and we have 8 there. So we have a 9 and a 9. In any event, it's almost like you have 9 of Cups, and now here comes somebody to offer that last cup so that you get the 10 of Cups. Right? And whatever's an 8 of Cups, that's going to be, you're walking away from the 8 of Cups. Okay? You're going to allow this Page of Cups here to come in and offer you a cup. And you're going to have 10 cups. And there is some mentor, teacher, higher authority who's helping to guide this process. And this is to do with tradition. There's something about this that is very traditional. This might be like a culturally established practice of some kind. And it could just be in the spiritual, too, in the spiritual dimension. So, I think the strength here is that you're both pretty whole individuals. It looks like there's a real sense that perhaps you each will be offering the other a cup to reach a completion. And it looks to me like you're following tradition. You know, we've had that Tower card where the Emperor is cutting off. He's bringing a sudden ending to things, right? So that something new can be built hopefully on a better foundation. And so that's what this card is about, this Eight of Cups. It is about walking away from, it's not a bad thing here. It's 8 cups, pretty good, 8 cups, but there's a sense that this person who's walking is actually walking towards something that's more aligned, that's better, that's their true wish fulfillment to get to that 10 of Cups. And then we have, this is a weak point in the connection here for the 2 people I'm reading for. And this can be, a feeling of abandonment, a feeling of neglect, a feeling of standing on the outside looking in, not being included, things like this. So what's this about, Spirit? We have a King of Pentacles, a 10 of Wands, and a 2 of Cups. I'm getting a few different things here. I'm sort of getting the feeling, if we look at the whole reading as a whole, with all these cups, this 9 of Cups here, with this extra cup to this 10 of Cups, you know, and then here in the center of the reading where we have this Tower, where the Emperor brings the Tower, there he is, the Emperor brings that Tower, so that, you know, perhaps the 2 suns here can come together, right? I'm getting a feeling that whatever is being walked away from it's going to be difficult. I just did another reading before where there was another thing where, yeah, there was some adversity. And what I'm getting here is that if anybody's feeling like this, whether it's you, collective, your person, or anybody else involved, okay, it could be somebody over here, one of the options, whether these are people, whether these are businesses, okay, whatever it is. But, you know, if somebody is feeling like this because of an Emperor and an Empress maybe coming together, okay, doing what they need to in order to bring a union together, there's a sense that, yeah, some people may be feeling hurt in a state of lack at this time. And I think this causes you or your person, who could be an earth sign, to feel very burdened, especially if you're empathic people, caring, loving people. You know, we don't want to hurt other people, but at the same time we have to stand up for what's best for us, right? You have to, collective, and so does your person. And if it's a love that's worth fighting for, then you kind of need to do what you need to do. And with the 2 of Cups, you know, I'm getting the sense that you both might be very empathic people. And there's a sense that, you know, shouldering the burden of how other people feel about your choices, about your decisions, about your path in life, while noble, may be burdening you at this time. So that's probably the biggest message that I'm getting from this challenge is, you know, negotiating and navigating how other people might be feeling about something like this situation that I'm seeing. There's also a sense too that, you know, because what I'm seeing over here on what we're calling your side, but it could also be the other person's side, is there's some kind of healing period. There was some kind of betrayal that happened, okay? Even though we're looking pretty good over here, we're working on healing after this betrayal, and we're seeing in this, you know, Empress 9 of Pentacles energy, very abundant, very accomplished, very confident. There's still a sense of cleanup, healing, and part of that might be healing from some old wounds, old situations. It could be that the King of Pentacles is working through some things in the past. King of Pentacles is a earth sign masculine, and that these burdens are still needing to be laid down. It may not be there all the way, and there could be other love situations with the 2 of Cups that need to, like we're saying over here, be put into their proper places. You know, everything's got to get organized and figured out and squared away on some level. And yeah, so that the 2 of Cups can come together but also any previous Two of Cups. Having to lay those down could be difficult. Getting a few different meanings here. But what's interesting is that this is something that is shared between you both. It's something that affects you both. Even though the energy feels like it's on one side or the other. It doesn't feel necessarily like it's an experience that's being shared by both. Because the Seven of Cups, the options are all over here on this one side. On the other side, we see somebody quite happy in their single energy. But nonetheless, because if you're in a partnership, you're going to be, I mean, everything that your partner's dealing with is something that you're also going to be, on some level, dealing with. So that's the challenge. That's the challenge. And with this card here, this Knight of Swords, as we talk about the challenge of sorting stuff out, putting down burdens, dealing with hurt feelings, okay, especially if they're loved ones. The Knight of Swords is somebody who's using communication. They're coming in with communication, as a matter of fact. They're taking action to communicate. And this is all part of the process that your person's in right now, collective, or you are in right now. Yeah. Let's draw one of these like spirit animal cards and just see. Let's get one for each. We'll get one for collective and one for your person here. Maybe these energies can help assist you or them. Tiger, patience. You are being reminded that persistence is what's necessary to attain your goals. You need to be patient and trust that the universe will help you through your challenges in divine timing. Success is guaranteed. So be patient, collective, if that's you over there, and you're working through the healing process. Hummingbird, this is about lightness. It's time for you to pursue your dreams with determination. By doing this, you will make them a reality. Joy is just around the corner, but you have to believe that it is possible to manifest your visions. Stop waiting and doubting. How apropos. Okay, collective, that's your reading. I hope that you found it interesting. I certainly did. And we'll talk to you another time. Bye for now.